Under the blazing sun of the western plains, a girl's cry echoed through the wind, fragile, desperate, almost fading. Her name was Mary, 17, and far too young to carry the kind of pain life had thrown her way. The ropes around her wrists dug deep, leaving angry red marks against her pale skin. She'd been tied to that wooden fence for hours,
no, please.
Maybe more. Her breath came in broken gasps. Her lips cracked from the heat. There was no one around for miles.
Please, somebody help me.
Or so she thought. Her stepfather's voice still haunted her mind. Rough, cold, poisoned with greed. He wanted the ranch her late mother left behind. And when Mary refused to sign it away, he turned into something monstrous. He hit her, called her worthless, told her she was nothing. And when she still wouldn't give up, he tied her here to let the sun and silence break her instead. But Mary wasn't just fighting the ropes.
Mary, no!
She was fighting the memory of her mother, fighting for the promise that her mother's dream, their home, wouldn't die this way. Her tears mixed with dust, her voice trembling as she whispered into the dry wind. Please, somebody help me. For a long moment, the world stayed quiet. Only the wind answered back. Then, faintly, came a sound. A steady rhythm. Hoofbeats. Riding across the open land was a man named John Carter, a quiet soul, haunted by his own losses, wandering from town to town with nothing but his horse and a heart that still remembered what honor meant. He almost didn't hear her at first.
You will not step 1 foot in this house again.
He turned his horse sharply toward the sound.
Hank,
as he rode closer,
calm down now.
The sight froze him in
Please,
place.
stop it.
A girl, bound, bruised, her spirit barely holding on. For a second, time stopped. Then instinct took over. He jumped off his horse, rushed to her side. Easy. Easy now, he said, his voice low and steady. I've got you. Mary's wide eyes lifted to meet his. Hope flickered there, fragile but alive. John pulled out his knife, cutting through the rough ropes. Each snap echoed like a small victory. When she finally fell free, he caught her, steadying her trembling body. You're safe, he whispered. But even as he said it, his jaw tightened, because safety wasn't a promise, not yet, not when evil still walked under the same sun. Hours later, the wind shifted again, carrying the sound of heavy boots across the dirt. Hank, Mary's stepfather, had returned, a bottle in one hand, a gun in the other, and rage burning behind his eyes. Well, well, he sneered, stumbling forward. Look who found herself a hero. John stood between them, calm but unyielding. She's not yours to hurt anymore, he said. The words were quiet, but they carried weight. Hank laughed, a cruel, drunken sound. You think you can take what's mine, cowboy? John didn't answer. He didn't need to. The silence said it all. Then the gun went up, and the world exploded into violence. The first shot missed by inches. Dust flew. Horses screamed. The air turned electric. John moved fast, his revolver drawn in one clean motion. The second shot wasn't a warning. It was justice. Hank dropped. His gun fell first. Then his body hit the dirt. The echo faded into silence, leaving nothing but the sound of Mary's trembling breath. She stood frozen, tears falling, not for the man who had hurt her, but for the end of everything that had chained her for so long. John holstered his gun slowly. He didn't look proud. He just looked tired. Like a man who had seen too much and done what had to be done, he turned to her gently. It's over now, he said. But Mary shook her head. It'll never really be over. Will it? John looked out across the horizon. The same endless sky that had watched over every story of pain and redemption. Maybe not, he said quietly. But it's a start. He helped her onto his horse, and together, they rode into the fading light, leaving behind the dust, the pain, and the ghosts of yesterday. As the sun dipped below the hills, Mary looked back one last time, then forward, toward a new beginning, and for the first time in her life, She smiled.